All right, so you're thinking about launching a business in Romania. That's awesome. Well, your whole journey really kicks off with one single super important first step, getting your company's name locked in. Let's break down exactly how you do it.
Okay, so you're ready to start a business in Romania. You've got that killer idea, you've got the energy, but hold on. Before you do anything else, and I mean anything, there's this one foundational step you just can't skip. Yep, it all begins with the name. And look, this isn't just about filling out some form. No way. This is about planting your flag, claiming the identity, the actual foundation of the incredible business you're about to build.
So, let's get into it. What does name registration really mean? Because, trust me, this is way more than just a formality. It's about locking down your business's legal identity from day one.
Okay, so here's the official definition. Company name registration is simply the process of officially reserving your unique business name with Romania's National Trade Register Office, which you'll see called the ONRC. Once you do this, you get the exclusive right to use that name. And this is so important, it's a step that has to happen before you can do the full company incorporation. Now, before we jump into the how-to, I really want to hammer home why this is so critical. Seriously, this isn't just another box to check off a list. It's the absolute bedrock of your new company. So check out the main benefits here. First up, you get real legal protection. This gives you nationwide exclusivity, which means nobody else in Romania can come along and use a name that's super similar to yours. Second, and this is a big one, it's a mandatory prerequisite. You literally cannot incorporate without it. The ONRC won't even glance at your paperwork. Plus, it starts branding credibility right away, and of course, make sure you're legally compliant from the get-go. And I love this quote because it just nails the concept. Think of it exactly like this. You are calling dibs on your business identity for the entire country of Romania. How cool is that? Once you have that reservation certificate in hand, that name is yours and only yours, while you get all the other pieces in place.
All right, so you can't just pick any name out of a hat. There are definitely some rules, a kind of blueprint you need to follow to make sure your name gets that stamp of approval. So let's go through the most important ones.
Okay, listen up, because this is a big one that catches a lot of people off guard. Your company name has to have at least one Romanian word in it. So a name like Global Tech Solutions on its own, nope, gonna get rejected. But, and this is the clever part, you can see here that just by adding SRL at the end, which is basically the Romanian version of an LLC, you've satisfied the rule. It's such a simple fix for a make or break detail. This table pretty much gives you the game plan, the do's and don'ts. On the do side, you've got to be unique and distinctive. On the don't side, that means don't copy or get too close to a name that's already out there. Also, be really careful with restricted words. Things like academy or university need special permission. At the end of the day, the goal is simple. Be clear, be unique, and be honest about what you do. All right, enough with the rules. Let's get to the fun part, the action plan. Here is your step-by-step guide to take that name from just an idea in your head to an official government-backed reservation. And you know what? It's probably a lot more straightforward than you think. So it boils down to these 5 simple steps. First, prepare. Come up with at least 3 name options, in order of how much you love them. That way you have backups. Step 2 is to check. Use the online tool at portal.onrc.ro to see if your names are available. Third, submit. You'll fill out the reservation application right there on the My Portal platform. Fourth, you sign it electronically. You will need a qualified digital signature for this part. And finally, the best part, you receive and download your official name reservation certificate. Boom, you're done.
And I know what you're thinking. What's this gonna cost? Well, get ready for this because you might be surprised. The official government fee for this whole process, it's usually just 5 to 10 euros. That's it. It is easily one of the most affordable, highest impact first steps you can possibly take.
And this chart really puts that into perspective. Look at that tiny little bar for the official ONRC fee, 5 to 10 euros. Now compare that to the optional costs, like if you wanted legal help or needed translations. The takeaway here is super clear. Doing this yourself through the online portal is crazy cost effective.
Okay, so you've done it. You've got your certificate in hand. Seriously, congratulations. But this is just the launch pad. This is where the real work begins. Because as soon as that certificate is issued, a clock starts ticking.
And here it is, the big deadline. Your name reservation is only valid for 3 months. That's it. This is your window, your shot to get everything else done and form your company.
Think of this timeline as your mission briefing. Day 1, the clock starts.
For the next 3 months, you've got to get all your ducks in a row. Preparing the articles of association, arranging the share capital, and filing for the full incorporation. Because, and this is key, if you miss that deadline, poof, your name reservation expires, it goes back into the public pool for anyone to grab, and you have to start this whole process from scratch.
So, let's just do a quick recap of the most important things to remember. 1, it's fast. We're talking approval usually within a single business day. 2, it's super affordable, just that 5 to 10 euro fee. 3, it is absolutely essential. You can't skip it. And 4, remember, it's temporary. You've got 3 months to make your next move.
You know, getting your name secured, that's the first step that makes this whole thing feel real. It takes your idea from something in your head to something tangible. So, the only question left is the big one. Your name is secured. What are you going to build with it?